The Galactic Council chamber was designed to impress. Towering columns of crystalline alloy glowed softly with bioluminescent light, and the acoustics were tuned so that even the faintest whisper carried perfectly to every corner. For centuries, this hall had hosted debates, treaties, and the delicate balancing act of interstellar diplomacy. It was not, by any stretch of imagination, built for what the humans had in mind. Councillor Vedrig Nug of the Courty Directorate fidgeted in his hoverchair, long fingers tapping anxiously against his datapad. The Terran delegation had asked for a cultural demonstration, a chance to share their spirit with the galaxy. Normally this would mean poetry, dance, or a gentle folk melody, something safe, predictable, pleasant. Instead, the human called Rodriguez grinned, as though he was about to spring a trap. "This," Rodriguez said, holding up a slim device, "is one of our oldest traditions. We call it music." Councillors leaned forward with polite curiosity. Rigari, representing the Goyan clans, tilted his head. "I have heard of this," he said carefully. "Rhythmic sound, yes. Patterns that stir emotion." "Exactly," Rodriguez replied, "except you haven't heard our kind." He tapped the device. A low rumble filled the chamber. Drums like thunder, deep and primal. Then came the growl of distorted strings, an electric scream amplified into fury. Finally, a human voice, raw, powerful, almost feral, shouted words that few aliens understood but all felt in their bones. The chamber shuddered. Regar's ears plastered flat against his skull. "By the fathers, that's not music. That's an attack." Several delicate-bodied species clutched at their translator nodes, their sensory organs overwhelmed. One droll representative actually fainted, her bioluminescent skin flickering erratically as aides rushed to support her. Vedrignug's hands shook. "You subject yourselves to this." "Willingly," Rodriguez chuckled, utterly relaxed as the sonic storm raged around him. Not just willingly, joyfully. "This one's called Enter Sandman." "Classic stuff." "Classic," Vedrignug sputtered, as though this assault has endured for centuries. Rodriguez only tapped his foot in time with the pounding beat. "Oh yeah, my father listened to it. His father too. It's timeless." The Courty councillor looked on the verge of a breakdown. "But the neurological strain, your kind should be reduced to quivering madness." Rodriguez leaned back in his chair, folding his hands behind his head. "Funny thing, councillor. To us, it's not madness. It's motivation. This," he gestured at the roaring speakers. "This gets us moving, makes us fight harder, push longer, survive." "Dar, champion of the GAO," rumbled a thoughtful growl. The great brown-furred alien had endured human culture longer than most, and he found himself oddly intrigued. Strange, violent, yes, but there is structure beneath it, a discipline hidden in the chaos. It is a challenge, perhaps, to face the storm and master it. Rigari stared at him. "Champion, you cannot be serious. This noise, that has a purpose," Dar interrupted. His ears twitched, picking out the rhythm. "I can almost taste the courage in it." The song crashed to an end, leaving the chamber vibrating with silence. One by one, the aliens turned toward the humans. Some were pale with fear. Others whispered frantically into private channels. The implication was clear. If this was what humanity considered entertainment, what horrors might they unleash in war? Vedrignug found his voice again, brittle with disbelief. And your juveniles, they are raised on this." Rodriguez laughed. "Oh, you should see a mosh pit. We throw ourselves into each other, sweat, bleed, scream along to the words, and at the end, we pick each other up and grab a drink together." Several councillors recoiled as if he had described a blood ritual. Rigari muttered, "Truly death." Rodriguez's grin widened. He stood, resting his hands on the table. His voice was calm, steady, cutting through the tension like a blade. "Look, we don't expect you to like it. That's not the point. The point is this. Where you hear terror, we hear strength. Where you hear chaos, we hear rhythm. Music is how we take the worst the universe throws at us and turn it into courage. It's why we keep going when others quit, why we stand when others fall. It's part of what makes us human." The chamber was silent. Finally, Dar gave a single booming laugh that echoed from the columns. "He is right. You fear the storm. They dance within it. Perhaps that is why humans endure where others perish." Vedrignug's eyes were wide, his voice a whisper. "Not endure, dominate." Rodriguez just winked. "Now you're getting it."